So James, just to start off with, tell us who you are, and tell us why we know each other a little bit, what's happened, how have we come to this relationship?
My name is James Price. I'm the Head of Communications here at Lancashire Cricket. And we've been working with you for about 3 years, I think. Feels a lot longer. But no, we've worked with Badger and Combes, yourself and your team, probably for this is our 3rd season working together. And Badger and Combes, very well have produced our live stream. And really helped the club develop our Lancs TV project, and kind of I suppose our overall digital strategy as well.
So tell us a little bit about how it came about. What was the initial driver? What happened in the early days? What was the necessity first?
Well, thinking back now, I suppose we were COVID. I suppose 2020, behind closed doors cricket. Obviously, no crowds or reduced crowds for a period. And we had an opportunity to effectively live stream our games. It was the only way Lancs fans could watch the games. The broadcast deal between the ECB and Sky had changed, which gave a bit more control back to the counties. We were very lucky that our Daniel Kidney, our chief exec, really saw an opportunity. We really wanted to enhance our live stream product and our offering and make it as close to a TV production as possible to give Lancs fans and members as good a access as we could possibly give them.
So went through COVID and I remember being on the road and staying in the hotels. It's just surreal, sort of seeing the lads coming down for breakfast, and it was just crazy. We were on the road and followed around. Then obviously COVID passed. What gave you the reason, the rationale to keep doing it, even though fans were coming in? Why carry on then?
I think we saw, we saw huge numbers. We saw huge numbers all around the world, from UK-based fans to the Indian market, to further afield in Australia and New Zealand. And I think those first couple of years were so successful in terms of making the games as accessible as possible, creating a brilliant broadcast, as close as we can get to a TV, proper TV broadcast. And I think, the digital world has moved on so quickly over the last 3, 4, 5 years, and really creating that experience for fans all around the world.
It's quite interesting that you recognise that the digital world is more than just putting up a couple of cameras. There's a lot of things we used to speak about in the early days as well, and what we're trying to do in helping you guys with more than just broadcasting the game. Tell us a little bit more about what you've learned and experienced about a digital growth strategy and about how people consume media differently these days. Have you cottoned on to any of that whilst we've been working together?
Yeah, I think, like I say, it has changed so much in a really, really short period of time, and I think it will continue to change drastically in the next few years. You see what's happening with Twitter, and you see what's happening with Threads and Instagram and TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and even Snapchat's back in business at the moment. But yeah, like I said, things have changed a lot. As a team here at Lancashire, we've grown because we've really seen the demand and the need to grow and enhance that experience for our fans and our members across the world and in the UK. But you see what we've done, obviously, with the stream, but also that kind of footage and all the content has really been enhanced across other platforms like TikTok, for example. And we've had a real focus on some of the content, both informative but also funny, humorous content on TikTok and Instagram, and we've seen those channels grow pretty considerably over the last couple of years, and we've really tried to use our assets as well. We've got big name players here, and we want to engage with those players. Overseas players, if they come from India or Pakistan particularly, they've really helped our channels grow, and that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to engage with people. We're trying to give people an experience that other clubs don't necessarily give them, and for them to get to know the players and to get to know their personalities and what they're like. And that's what social media is all about. And the live stream and the Lancs TV project that we've done has all kind of played a part.
We're very lucky to have Paul Allett and Bumble, opening games for us and all that, and gives us a kind of a connection and an access to the team that other sports tend to not have sometimes as well. But tell us a little bit why you entrusted us to be involved in expanding your team a little bit, because we got involved, didn't we? We helped.
Yeah, you helped us in, I suppose, in that recruitment stage. You were part of the interviews for both our multimedia producer and our digital executive. And yeah, like I said, they were really, really important roles for us. There was just 2 of us. There's now 4 of us on full-time contracts, and they were really pivotal moments for us. And you see, what we produced before those 2 guys and before we worked with you guys, and you contrast it to what we're now producing across all platforms and across all channels. The quantity is there's so much more, but more importantly, the quality of it is really, really good. And I do think what we're doing at Lancs is really kind of leading the way, particularly in the cricket space, in terms of a digital piece, but also a Lancs TV live streaming video piece as well.
How does that make you feel as head of comms for an ECB club like this, and driving that kind of quality and bringing the county game to the digital space? How does that make you feel that you've invested the energy into that and now starting to see it come to fruition?
Yeah, proud. Yeah, we're really proud of what we've achieved in a short period of time. Like I say, you look at where we were 2 years ago, we're in a massively, hugely different space, and yeah, really proud of what we've achieved. Huge amount of hard work that's gone into it. Thankful of the club, thankful of Daniel Gidney and the chief exec, and they've been really supportive of what we've been doing. They really see the vision, and they understand the value to it as well. And so yeah, we've come a long way. There's still a lot more to go. That was a long.
Damn it! That was a long appeal.
That was a long appeal.
That was a long appeal. We'll see that on the replay shortly. Without taking anything away from the Lancashire side of things, how integral have Badger and Combes been to?
Yeah, huge. Absolutely huge. We couldn't have done this without you. Simply looking at it from a live stream perspective, the work ethic of your team, yourself, has been second to none, really, I have to say. And you've really bought into what we're trying to achieve, and really bought into the ethos and culture of Lancashire cricket, and that's really important for us. We don't just like working with any agency or anyone. We really want them to try and buy into what we're trying to achieve, and it's been hard work, and you guys are the hardest working out of anyone we've seen, really. And I think ultimately the relationships that you guys have built within both my team, but also the wider club, into the operations team, with the technical team and the maintenance team from a more logistical and operational perspective, both here at Emirates Old Trafford, but also at the outgrounds. They're not easy operations to deliver a live stream broadcast at an outground. You don't see Sky going to outgrounds for a reason, because it's difficult. And we've obviously had some challenges with that, but we've also had some fun and games as well, going up to Sedbergh and Liverpool and Blackpool and Southport and all sorts. So really for me, it's the buying into what we're trying to achieve, joining in with the vision, just working hard and working your socks off, and really just really making a big impact to what we're trying to do.
What I'd like to ask as well is, if you had the opportunity to kind of give us the big sell, or tell people why, if somebody was interested in sort of bringing this on into the similar relationship, obviously not as good
obviously
as this relationship, but if somebody was interested in having a relationship with Badger and Combes and creating that partnership that we do, what would be your key things to tell the people? Obviously get on with it and sign the deal, but what would you sort of say to people to make sure that they were?
Yeah, look, I don't want to be too nice about you all, but I would highly recommend the Badger and Combes team. I think, like I said, how you guys have really bought into what we're trying to do. You've built those relationships. You have worked your asses off. You're grounded, and that's what we like. But you're ambitious as well. You guys push us We push back sometimes, but we also we want to try and do things differently, and I think that's what you guys do. But you've absolutely never let us down. You are so highly reliable, so contactable at all hours of the day, too many hours of the day normally. And yeah, you and your team are fantastic. I would, like I said, highly recommended. And yeah, I don't know what we would have done without you the last couple of years. So yeah, I would highly recommend.
I really appreciate it. Thanks. I'm getting double-headed PTSD right now.
Yeah, I don't want your head to get too big either, because I know you're hard work, but and I know you work your team hard as well.
We work hard, yeah, exactly. So, no, brilliant. That's great. I think